Hi, this is Ruth Theresa with One Inspiring Woman, and today I'm going to be doing the astrology and hopefully the angel cards for July 2023. And I'm so excited about this energy because there are some major changes coming in July. And they didn't really start in July, but they're amping up in July. So this is a great one to connect into and to make sure that you're ready for our summer. That's right. I am so excited. So we are trying to do the astrology for July 2023 and the angel cards all mixed in together. We'll see how this one goes because it's kind of like double duty. You got so much going on. So let's start out with July 1st. We have our sun in the sign of Cancer conjunct Mercury in the sign of Cancer. So conjunction is kind of like that blending together, or kind of like they're kind of showing each other's focus off. Like these are the good parts of this one, and this is the good parts of this one. So let's talk about this. Our sun is our ego and kind of like represents us. And it's kind of like the basic personality of who we are, our vitality, our stamina, that sort of thing. And it's in the sign of Cancer, which is all about being nurturing and supportive. Now, it is conjunct, blending together of these two energies. Mercury is all about communication and mindfulness and kind of like communicate. How do we think about what we're going to communicate? Are we thinking about it? Are we planning it? Are we just like blurting it out? And that's also in the sign of Cancer, which is all that nurturing and supportive. So kind of like these are blending all of this amazing energy together right at the beginning of July. So it's like, yes, this is going to come together. There are a lot of ideas and plans. And like I said, this is a really soft, easy, kind of very nurturing, very blending of energies and kind of like creating its own energy. And this is all about like keeping yourself busy, but kind of finding the things that you really want to focus in on. Not just like, let me do what you want me to do. It's like, let me do what I really want to do. Kind of like that energy. Yes, let's focus in. We also have on July 1st, we have Mercury in the sign of Cancer. We just talked about that. Sextiling Jupiter in the sign of Taurus. I know, kind of gets a little crazy in here. So the sextiles are all about collaborations and flowing of the energy. So Mercury, our planet of communication, Cancer, our nurturing, supportive sign, is kind of like collaborating with Jupiter in the sign of Taurus. So Jupiter is our planet of luck, expansion, and abundance. In the sign of Taurus is all about always asking you, like, what do you value? What are you putting your time and your energy into? What are you valuing during this time frame? Like, what is really bringing you a value right now? And kind of like, what do you want to push your energy into? So interesting. So these are like big plans, big ideas of kind of like, what do I want to come into in the future, and kind of really looking at it in a very positive, optimistic, kind of like bright side of the world kind of energy. And this is going to be also bringing in some more energy. So one more step on July 1st. Here we go. Now we have our sun in the sign of Cancer, sextile Jupiter in the sign of Cancer. So they're kind of making all of this little energy kind of go, but they're also separate individuals, kind of like connections. So our sun, our ego, in the sign of Cancer, being nurturing. Our sextile is the collaborations and flowing of that energy. Jupiter, a planet of expansion, growth, and luck. In the sign of Taurus, asking us, what do you value? Where are you putting your time, your money, and your effort? And this day is going to make you feel like positive, like we're ready to go, we're ready to shine, we're ready to make things go forward. Now, I know for a lot of people, it kind of starts the beginning of a long holiday weekend for a lot of people on ending with July 4th, but I guarantee you this is going to be an amazing energy. And this is all about kind of like connecting into, what do you believe you're going into? What is the next step for you? Kind of where does your next step taking you? What's coming up next? So kind of like really asking you, like, where is this next step? So let's pull an angel card for us. and I get divine timing. So this is all about kind of like connecting into that divine energy, that timing of energy, kind of like what's coming in next, how are we going to change things. But this is a perfect time over the next few days to kind of really connect into this energy and really kind of like, what do I want to step into? What is the energy with luck, expansion, growth, my ego, kind of all of those things. Like, where am I going with all of this? What is the amazing energy that we're coming into? That's kind of the important question that this July 1st day and all of its connections are really asking you. Where are you going into it? So let's go to July 2nd and let's get into July 2nd. We have Venus in the sign of Leo squaring Uranus in the sign of Taurus. So let's get into all of this. Venus is all about attraction and love and relationships. In the sign of Leo is all about kind of like that brave, that playful side, that leader that people want to have in front of them. Squaring the energy is all about creating restrictions or obstacles, kind of like pushing each other together. Which one's going to win? Which one's going to win in all of this? And it is squaring Uranus in the sign of Taurus. So Uranus energy is about kind of that rebellion, reform, kind of changes. And in Taurus, it's kind of bringing us that steady, kind of like we want to change things or rebel against things, but we want to do it in a very easy, steady way. We don't want to just pop and do it. We want to do it on a very steady, even keel. Where are we making those changes? Why are we making those changes? It is going to be like, wow, here we going. And this is going to be kind of like a day that you're going to be like, yes, I want to rebel. Yes, I want my voice heard. Yes, I want to change all of these things. But I guarantee you're going to feel like this pushback of, what do you want to change and how do you want to go about it? Kind of like that steady energy from that Taurus energy, and making sure that you're not being irrational. Make sure that you're kind of checking with yourself. Am I being a little too irrational with this? Am I kind of getting out of line with all of this? It could be, but make sure that you are following that energy. This one is popping up for July 2nd. Studying is all about kind of taking your time to really bring in some amazing energy, bring in new energies of what's coming in. How are you going to make those changes? What's coming up next? How are we doing all of this? This is going to be making some amazing changes for most of us, but I guarantee you, study and think about like, how would I make those changes? And I almost kind of get the message of like, how would our parents or grandparents make those changes? And then with that, kind of like, what do I want to do to make those changes? What is it that I want to bring forward in those changes to kind of like bring this into a new healed energy of like, yes, let's go make these changes. Next, let's go to our full moon in the sign of Capricorn. So our full moon is all about our emotions and releasing emotions that don't fit. And Capricorns can be very disciplined. So it's kind of like the things that like my schedule that wasn't working, let's get rid of those things. Let's change this or let's modify this. And this is a great time to start seeing results. Kind of like, how am I measuring all of these? Like, I want this goal by this time. And if I'm not getting it, I've got to change some things. And I will guarantee you, action is going to be like taking over. Like, I want to be in actions. I want to make a decision and boom, get right into action. And I want to kind of lead into success. I want to lead myself into success. I want to lead others into success, because that's the cool part about all of this. Now, it is amazing to have those kind of energies of bringing you in all of this. So let's see. For July 3rd, I get meditation. So it's kind of asking, like, where are those changes in our full moon in Capricorn? Now, I will tell you, I love doing ceremonies during a full moon, because it brings in such an amazing energy for most of us, and kind of like this releasing energy. But meditations can also be a part of that ritual of like releasing those things. What are the things that you're ready to get rid of? What are the things that you're ready to kind of like pop in at? Now, July 4th, we don't have any planetary energies on this day, but I'm going to pull a card and I will tell you kind of doing the moonology of it, because our full moon was literally the day before. July 4th is not going to be a great day to see fireworks. I know, it's just depending on when our moon rises and where we're at. It's kind of because there's going to be so much light pollution from the moon. It's one of those, it's going to make our kind of like watching our fireworks not as cool for most people, but I guarantee you it's going to be bringing up a lot of ideas and inspiration. in. So this is kind of like that ideas and inspiration. Like, what do I want to change? Where do I want to make this change at? And what are the changes that I'm ready to make forward in this life? Because there are some amazing energies with this. This is going to be a great time to kind of connect into that energy, make those changes. And what is it? What is it that you really want to bring in at this time? Like, what is it? What is that change that you're ready for? So really be thinking about those ideas and inspirations. Let's go to July 5th, and we have our moon in Aquarius squaring Jupiter in the sign of Taurus. So our moon is all about our emotions, our emotional side of the world, kind of like our emotions, where are they going? And they're in the sign of Aquarius, which is all about being intelligent and incentive. And I guarantee you it's got a huge rebellion energy. Where are we going with all of this? And next we have kind of our squaring, and it's kind of making those restrictions and those obstacles come in at us. So kind of like, where are we going to change all of this energy? Because it's squaring Jupiter in the sign of Taurus. So Jupiter is our planet of luck, expansion, growth, and it's in the sign of Taurus, which is asking us, what do we value? What do we trust? Where are we moving this energy into? And this is going to be really making it difficult for us to have like the motivation that we require to make the changes. And you may also kind of feel like I'm out of the loop for some reason. I'm kind of sitting on the sidelines and not in the middle of everything. That's because our emotions in Aquarius are kind of like, I want to rebel, but my emotions may be taking over. But then also, so could that Taurus energy in Jupiter of kind of like, where do I want to do this? You're going to kind of feel like that. I'm not really sure, or I'm kind of feeling lazy, or I'm kind of feeling out of everything else. So let's do this for July 5th. Serenity. Take some time to make peace with what's going on around you. Make sure that you are taking time to make some changes around you. Make sure that you are kind of really thinking about what are the changes or the things that I'm choosing to change right now in my life. What are those changes? And that's going to really help us kind of soothe into this new energy. Next, on July 6th, we don't have any planetary stuff going on, but we do have an angel card. So kind of like July 6th is all about nature and kind of getting out into nature. And I will say that this is kind of a great time to kind of ground yourself. So if you haven't grounded lately, July 6th is a great day to do that, kind of bringing in that amazing grounding energy and what's going on in and around what's going on around you. This can be a great time for you to kind of just ground in that energy. Hug a tree, I would say, kind of take a walk in the grass and kind of put your toes in the dirt. That is a great way to kind of really think about this amazing energy. Let's go to July 7th. We have Mercury in the sign of Cancer sextiling Uranus in the sign of Taurus. So Mercury, our planet of communication and intelligence. I am in the sign of Aquarius, which is intelligence and friendliness and kind of that rebellion kick to it as well. And this is going to be sextiling sextiling Uranus in the sign of Taurus. So the sextile is all about that collaboration. How are we going to work together? How are we going to find this? So Uranus is kind of our planet of kind of like our hippy dippy, kind of like, let's make some changes. Let's change right now. Kind of like, boom, let's go. And this is in the sign of Taurus, which is asking us, like, what do we value? What are the changes that we're going to value? Not only today, but tomorrow. What are the changes that we want to value in all of this? This is a great day. And let's do an angel card for July 7th. This one is, I got a couple of them popping. Okay, finally we got one. This is miracles. Miracles are amazing. And I will tell you, this is a great day to kind of think about like the miracles that you want to bring into you and how are you going to value those. And I will tell you, one of the great ways to value something is to give it a lot of gratitude. So how do you do that with a miracle that hasn't happened? Well, you go to the last miracle. What is the last time you felt like, oh my gosh, this energy is amazing and I love it today and it's got a great energy? Last time you felt like that, think about that day and think about like putting energy of gratefulness and thankfulness of like being with your family, being with your friends, being with whatever it is, and kind of connecting with that energy over and over again. It is going to bring in a lot of amazing energy for you. Next, let's go to July 8th. We don't have any planetary stuff, but let's just do a card for July 8th. This is romance. July 8th has a lot of romance in it. This is a day, I guarantee you, kind of we've got some planetary stuff coming up, and it is going to be really kind of thinking about what is the romance that I want to add to my life? What are the things that I love? And I guarantee you, one of them is you. One of them should be you. You should be kind of giving some appreciation to yourself. Maybe that's doing something special for you or someone else you love, but this could also just be bringing in some special, amazing energy for you and the people around you, and kind of really showing how much you love and care for them. And this could also have a little bit of a romantic. So if you have a partnership with someone else and you really want to show them how much you care for them and how much you love them, make sure you're doing it today on July 8th. Let's go to July 9th. We have Mercury in the sign of Cancer, trining Neptune in the sign of Pisces. So Mercury, our planet of intelligence and communication, and it's in the sign of Cancer, which is all about that nurturing, supportive energy. And our trine is all about kind of like easy energy, kind of like bringing in new possibilities, like the best of both of these worlds together. And this is Neptune in the sign of Pisces. Neptune is our planet of dreams and intuitions, and kind of like sometimes like the delusion of it. Like, I just love to be in love, like that fairy tale like kind of love. And that Neptune is in the sign of Pisces. And so this is all about that mystical, intuitive energy coming forward. Your imagination will be infused with everything positive and good today. This is a great day to kind of like, no matter how boring your day is, keep kind of going into the productive side of let's keep moving forward. Let's keep doing this. What are some of the amazing dream things that you want to bring into your life? Let's go for July 9th. Let's go to, this one popped out first, July 9th. We have playfulness. Play in this energy of Neptune and Pisces and Mercury and Cancer. Play with all of this energy, because it is really going to be amping you up into what's coming up next for you. Kind of where are you headed in this energy? And I guarantee this will have some amazing energy for you. Make sure you're focused on that playfulness and what's coming in and around you next. Let's go to July 10th. We have Mercury and Cancer in opposition with Pluto in Capricorn. Mercury, planet of communication, in the sign of Cancer, all about nurturing and supportive energy. In opposition is all about creating deep tension, kind of like pushing each other as fast as they can. Okay. And with Pluto, our planet of kind of transformation, the power of life and death and rejuvenation and rebirth. It's kind of like, yes, in the sign of Capricorn. Capricorn energy is really about being strategic and planning things out, kind of like, what is my next move? And then what if they do this, what is my next move? Where are we going in all of this? And when you kind of really focus on something intently, kind of pushing both of these energies intently to each other, you may go too far, or you may kind of get it off your mind in some way, but it's still there. It's still holding that same energy. It's still kind of like, where do I go with this? And this can be all about kind of like keep trying, kind of find that middle ground with that tension, kind of like, where can I leave this and be okay with it? So it's like, yes. July 10th, our angel card is literally, this one popped out the side, setting your intentions. And this is all about setting the intentions the right way, and the right energy and the right mindset of like, what do you want next in your life? Where is it and what do you want next? And really bringing in that amazing energy for you. Next, let's go to July 11th. We have Mercury moving into the sign of Leo. So Mercury is all about intelligence and communication, and it's going into the sign of Leo for a period of time. And Leo is all about being brave and that leadership and kind of like communicating with everybody on the team. So that's going to be like, yeah, let's do this. It's going to be bringing in creative ideas, bringing in some amazing energy, and it can really come into some amazing focus in on what are my current projects, what are the creativity that I could add to my projects, and is there anything that I really need to avoid or really kind of keep an eye on, kind of like, what are the things off to the side that I really need to keep an eye on. So let's do July 11th. This one is the one coming in. This is friendship. So this could be something off to the side, that friendships coming in, kind of, some of them could be coming back into some amazing energy. Some friendships that you thought were kind of like let go of, or they were not healthy for you, they may be coming back in some amazing healing ways for you. Let's go to July 12th. We have our moon in the sign of Taurus squaring Venus in the sign of Leo. So our moon is our emotions, and it's in the sign of Taurus. Like, what do you value? What are your emotions that you're valuing right now? And the screen is all about restrictions or obstacles, like which one's going to win, which one's going to be bringing in this amazing energy. Venus is our planet of love and beauty, and really kind of like relationships, kind of like bringing things into a new harmonic energy. And Venus is in the sign of Leo. So I will tell you, this is all about being brave and leadership and kind of bringing in that warm perspective and protective energy. And it can also have like this sense of like kind of like generosity and kind of moving this amazing energy for us. This can be a challenging day dealing with other people. Or you may also kind of feel like you've got to be extra stubborn, or maybe they're extra stubborn today. So kind of keeping an open mind and kind of also going around the backside. I know it sounds really strange. Like sometimes when you face an energy straight head on, it's got to come up to meet your energy in the middle. It's got to like, we both got to do this. But if you kind of like relax your energy, then they can relax their energy, and it can bring it to a new healed understanding of this person's going to match my energy no matter what I do. So let's bring in some really soft, amazing energy. And this is all about, the card for this one is all about bringing in new love. And when you love yourself, you know that you're like, I don't want to fight and argue and toss and turn and all this kind of stuff. Like, let's bring in some new love, some new energy, and let's get everybody heard. Let's get everybody going on the right page. Let's get everybody doing the right thing that we really want to do. Kind of, that can be an amazing attachment. So let's see, July 13th, we don't have anything planetary wise going, but this is the card for July 13th. This is all about retreating. This is a great day to kind of take a step back, kind of like, let's relax this energy. Let's move into some new energy, relaxing things out and not holding on to old things. But I will tell you, retreating for a little bit of time can be amazing. And for some of you, you could be on vacation as well. So this is a great time. Let's move to July 14th. That we have our sun in Cancer sextiling Uranus and the sign of Taurus. Our sun is our ego and our energy and how we think about ourselves. In the sign of Cancer, which is all about nurturing and supportive energy. And this is sextiling. This is all about collaborations and finding that flow with Uranus and the sign of Taurus. Uranus is all of that amazing energy of kind of bringing that unpredictable changes around. But then Taurus is still asking us, like, what do you value? Where are you putting your energy in this value? Kind of what are you bringing forward in all of this? So this can be a day that is working independently from other people. And this can also be a day that you feel like, I'm ready to feel open and embracing some new, something different, something maybe a little challenging that I normally wouldn't do. And this would be kind of like more willing to kind of use things to my advantage, changing things that are like the differences, like what is it that I'm bringing in at. So also for July 14th, our angel card is trusting. Trust that you are coming in with some amazing energies and that your amazing energy is opening up some amazing advantages for you and kind of bringing in that fun energy, that healing energy, and really a great way to kind of think about things differently than you have in the past. So yes, amazing. So July 15th, we do not have any planetary stuff. So let's just pull an angel card, and this is the one right here. Focus. Our focus should be on what we want to change or modify. Now we have a lot of planets in changing energy. We also have a lot of planets that are amazing energy already. And so what is else that you want to do? What else is it that you want to change or modify or correct at this time? So it's kind of like, yeah, bring in some correction energy, but focus in on it. Like, what are the corrections that you require or desire to have in your life? What are those corrections that you're really ready for in your life? Those are some amazing energies, and I guarantee you're going to have an amazing time doing it. I thank you so much for joining me today, and I know that we'll be talking again soon.